Oh, great.
The two Charlottes are here.
Okay.
Shabbat
I'm
shalom.
thankful that I can get on.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi, Charlotte.
Now, Charlotte, you had a wonderful wedding, huh?
You had a nice simcha. It was beautiful.
Mazel tov, mazel tov.
Rabbi performed it. That made it even more beautiful.
Yeah.
That's one of five that I have and will be officiating at this year.
Wow.
Yeah,
See, now that's music to our ears.
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah, Francis Futrowski's granddaughter back in March,
Wonderful.
and
Oh.
one of the Krosnick boys in May, and then your granddaughter, and then my daughter in August, and then the other Krosnick boy in December.
Wonderful.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's great.
fun.
It's a lot to look forward to.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Where is the ceremony in August?
It's going to be in New Jersey because my daughter lives in New York with her fiance, whose family is in New York, and all their friends in New York. So it's just easier to do it at the synagogue in New Jersey. It's because of the caterer. We chose the synagogue because of the caterer.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the thing in the New York area, that a lot of the synagogues have official caterers. Hey, Francis.
Everybody's looking well.
You too.
Everybody's looking well.
Well, Well, it's a pleasure to see
Summertime.
everybody online because we see faces. We still see masks outside.
Your birthday's coming up, Francis.
It is.
Happy birthday in advance to you.
Well, thank you.
You're
Thank
gonna finally reach 21?
almost. Or like Jack Benny, I'm 39 again.
Right.
Yeah.
right.
So we have a house full tonight. Julian just pulled up.
Oh, that's nice.
Jack, Danny Ben,
Oh,
Al
boy.
here,
And who?
Al Kleiman.
Oh, my.
Wow.
You're having,
Wow.
you're having the whole Zoom service is at your house.
And Michael Gross is going to be
Don't
here.
tell Fran, but I'm taking her away for her birthday as a surprise, but
Wow.
it's only one way.
I'm having a birthday too.
Hey, oh, when's your birthday?
Mine is
online. When?
My birthday is June 28th.
Oh, well,
Gosh, happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Very
When's your,
nice.
when's your birthday, Fran?
July.
July
July 4th. Woo!
Gosh, happy birthday to
Thank
me.
you.
Yeah, that's
Mine's not till September. I got time.
July 4th is the,
2 days ago.
is when
What?
I was going to explain to them why you have your middle Hebrew name is because of July 4th.
Go ahead.
Yeah, her middle name is Cherut, meaning freedom. Right? July
Oh,
4th, Declaration of Independence.
My parents were very clever.
Yeah.
wow, they sure were. Thing was having you.
Danny's saying hello.
Hello.
Hi, Danny.
Oh, here's your iPad if
Oh,
you want to
thank you.
watch it in there.
Yeah.
And let's see, we're waiting for Michael Gross and Miriam might stop by.
Mir. Oh, Miriam Ito?
Yeah, she's having some problems with her dog
Oh,
and she's really not able to leave the dog for more than an hour or so.
huh.
But Yoshi hopefully will be home in time for her to come here to at least have some dinner.
Uh-huh.
But you know, if she doesn't come, we understand.
Right, right.
So
Well, that's nice.
all right, Julian's taking his time. He's coming in. I wonder if he's going to be more comfortable here in the kitchen than on the couch. Well, I can ask him.
I had a wonderful time yesterday. My one of my grandchildren is in town for the summer,
Yeah.
and so she came over last night, and we had I made dinner for us together.
No,
She stayed for several hours. She left about 9:30 or so.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so she was with me for several hours. It was
Very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Share.
Good.
Can I? Yeah, the Bull Apple product. Where's? Hold on. Let's see if it does it. Because, is it under settings,
Right there.
Wi-Fi?
Audrey, Jules,
Shabbos.
Judy, Shabbat Shalom,
Shabbat Shalom.
Stacy, Gary.
Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos. Good Shabbos.
Let me get my phone.
Hi Charlotte, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing.
candle lighting is really late. It's after 8 o'clock.
It's dark, right?
This is the latest Shabbos of the year. Most daylight.
Yeah.
Come on, Grover.
I know.
It worked?
Yeah, with my phone, not my iPad.
Yeah. But isn't that so much easier than having to remember it? Look
Yeah.
it up there?
All right, let me find the email. Services.
Oh, any of them work. It doesn't- It's always the same link.
Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay. Hmm.
Will there be feedback?
Between those two right now, there will.
There you go.
Hello, hello.
Modern technology.
Yeah.
Yeah, Al and Danny are in the living room.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Carl, I didn't get to ask you this earlier because I had asked somebody else, and I only found out a half hour ago that they said no, but I know that you have the art site today for your father, and I'm wondering if you would want to read the prayer in English that comes up later, the English translation of Hashkivenu.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yep.
Do you have this prayer book or the blue one? The red one. Okay, great. It's on page 45 in there.
Okay.
Good. So I'll call on you
I
to
have
do that.
no idea what that's gonna taste like. Because that's the one someone gave me from work. That's not, do you want to open the other one?
This one.
I asked Bill Sumner today, today's his 75th birthday.
Oh,
I asked him, but he didn't get back to me until a little while ago, and he's out of
He's out of
town.
town.
So, yeah.
He's up in New York or
Okay.
Boston.
Uh-huh. Well, how do other people know that? And I don't know that.
He didn't sit with him at the family barbecue.
I guess not. That's right.
And today would have been Bob's 84th birthday.
Oh.
And my neighbor across the hall, his birthday is today too.
Huh. Yeah. We'll get started in a moment. Jules, are you up to leading us in Mincha? Wait, yeah, I can't hear you. So what does that mean, the hand up? I mean, yes, I mean,
That
no?
means, it always means yes, it's a privilege.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Good, let me just let in these two other people. They're just coming in right now. Okay. So, just 1 second. Okay. So Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shalom.
I'm going to mute all, and Jules and Judy, you can unmute yourself. It's good to see everybody. Quite the week in our country, which I'm going to speak about tomorrow. If you're a friend of mine on Facebook, you might have seen a reference that I said, the triple whammy this week, a quote that came out of the January 6th congressional hearings that President Trump said, and the gun control, the gun control Supreme Court decision that came out a few days ago, and then, of course, the Roe v. Wade that came out today. So just in light of all of that, no matter what we think about these things, our country is not all on the same page. We are it's a threat to the unity of our country, and we just pray for peace, pray for justice, and pray that we have the strength to advocate for what is right. So Jules will lead us in Mincha, 289 in Lev Shalem, or page 1 in the Shabbat Sim Shalom.
Ashrei Yosef Yitzchak Yahu Chaselo.
Ashrei Shevetah V'Odi L'Chasela.
Ashrei Shekach Elo. Ashrei She'Elah Elov. Tehillah David Min Kol HaMelech Levot Chashim Kol Yom Moed. Bechol Yom Avar Kol HaLushim Kol Yom Moed. V'Dolan Leim Ru'Log Me'od. Ulidu Lato Ein Cheker. Madur Kivo Horak V'Divrei Vosecha Asicha. Ve'ezus Norastecha Yomeru. Dulosecha Saprena. Zecher Avtucho Yabiu Vitzugot Secho Yiranenu. Chanam Brachom Adonai. Eretz Apayim Mutol Chesed. Tov Adonai Lakol Rachamol B'chol Masol. Yoducha Adonai Chol Masecha. V'chasitecha v'yivoruchucha. Kivod Malchutecha Yomeru. V'yortecha Yidaberu. L'hodia Livnei Adam. Kivurotav. Kivod Adam Malchuto. Malchus Echol Malkein, Malchus, Kol Olamim, Amam Sheltecha, Kol Dor Ador. So Karanai Kol Adon Ofslim, Zo Keif Kol Hakapufim. Ani Kol Elech Misaberu, V'yato Nitzon Lahem Ezachol V'yato. Posech Es Yadecha, U'mazbiach Lechol Chai Ratzon. Tzadik Only B'chol Devorah Chol. Chassid b'chol ma'aseh, orav Adonai l'chol chorev, l'chol asher yikrehu v'emet. Ritzon yireyo yaseh v'yeshivato, v'yishma v'doshim. Shomer Adonai et kol Daviv, v'al kol horashiv yashmi. V'hilot Adonai yadapi. Divrei kol dasorsan, kocholi olam boeh, v'anachnu nevarech ya, me'ata v'yad olam, hallelujah.
To rise for Chatzi Kaddish.
Yitkara v'yitkara Shemei Rabo,
Amen.
v'yomadu rechubrute v'yamich malchute, v'chaychonu yamichon v'chayit kol beis Yisrael, like all of you on Kareem Maru.
Amen. Yeheshua Rabbanom Le'olam
Maya. It's Barak Vitzapak Vitzapal Abitzomam Sase. Is the Davis 11 Salos to make Kudisha. Briefly. Leon Nicol Bifata Bishirata. Bifata Nekemata Dambi Rambioma. Yimaru Amen.
Amen. We start the Amida out loud.
Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Eloheinu Eloi Avraham Eloi Yitzchak Eloi Yaakov. Eloi Sarah Eloi Rivka Eloi Rachel Eloi Leah Eloi Boranu Ra El Yom Gomer Chasim Tovim V'Kinei Hakol Zokei Chazdei Avot Umevi Goel Ibnei V'neihem L'man Shemo Be'ahavo Elech Ozer U'Fokein U'Moshiach U'Mogen Baruch Atah Adonai Mogen Avraham U'Fokein Sarah Hatogi Golin Al-Man Chaim Mesim Et Torah Oshia B'chal El Chesed B'chal El Chaim B'Chesed B'Chaim Mesim B'Rachamim Rabim So Mipnoflim B'Rov Echalim V'Zayim U'Matir Esarim Chayem U'Rato L'Shenei Ofor B'Chamocha B'Al Gvorto U'Vidom Melech Melech Mimetim Chayem Atzmiach Yeshua V'Ne'emon Ato L'Chayos Meitim Baruch Atah Adonai V'Chayei HaMeitim.
Nekadesh Shim Chavalam Kashim Shmat Sham Shnei Ram Kaka Kavenu Yachad Dorze Alze
Also
V'Yamar.
V'Shnei Baruch HaKatuv Al Yad V'Yecha V'Karazel Zaviyom Ba
Kadosh Kadosh Kadosh
Kadosh
Adonai
Kadosh Kadosh Adonai
Tzva'ot.
Tzva'ot Alo Chol Haaretz Kavodo Yom Baruch Yom Eru.
Baruch
Baruch
Kavod
Kavod
Adonai
Adonai V'Komo. V'Direk Shachakamu Lemor.
Yimloch
Yimloch
Adonai
Elam. V'Echion L'Dovador. Hallelujah L'Dovador. Nagid L'Lecho Natzek T'Tzochim. Kedushatcha Nakdish. B'Shivcha Eloheinu Matinu Lo. Yamusli Olam Yadki El Melech Gadol. V'Kodesh Atah. Baruch atah Adonai, Va'el HaKadosh.
We continue silently in Lev Shalem 294 to 299 in the Shabbat Sim Shalom 5 to 9.
Baruch Adonai, Baruch Adonai, Israel, Mashallah. Oh, say shalom, Yimru, say shalom, Aleinu, Israel, Yimru, Amen.
As we conclude our private prayers, we continue with the full Kaddish, page 300 in Lev Shalem 10 in the Sim Shalom.
Yizkanal Mizkadash, Yamei Rabo.
Amen.
Yom Dibrachi Rute, Yamachute, V'chayon, Yamechon, V'chayet, Beis Israel. Like all of his man called Rivim Maru.
Amen. Yeheshem
Yesh
Rabba
Rabba
Mabarach,
Mabarak, Yom Maya, Yisbarach, Yistabav, Yisbamam, Nasei, Yisradav, Yisrael, Salosh, Metakudisha,
Refu.
Elam Kabirata, Visharata, Titzkaramata, Damiram Yama, Yemaru,
Amen.
Iskabel, son of a town called Israel, Cotton, over whom the Yishmai Yemaru.
Amen.
Yeshlam Rabba Minchemai Kaimoled Yako Israel Yamaru.
Amen.
Oh, say shalom, Imamo, say shalom. Olan Yako Israel Yamaru.
Amen. Aleinu l'shavei v'avodako, Korim shavui.
כי המלכות שלכי, ולעולמי עם הדמלוך בכבוד, ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר בואי אדוני, למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, היום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמעו, ושמעו, ושמעו אחד.
Mourner's Kaddish, page 302 in Lev Shalem, 12 in Sim Shalom, Yid Kadal, Vid Kadash, Shemei Rabbah, Ve'almadi Brach, Hirutei Ve'amlich Malchutei, V'chayachon of Yomechon, V'chayed Achol Beit Yisrael, V'agalav Izman Karivim, Ru Amen,
Amen.
Yehi Shmei Rabbah, Mevorach, Ve'olam, El Mayah, Yitbarach, V'yishtabach, V'yitpar, V'yitromam, V'yitnaseh, V'yithadar, V'yitalem, V'yitalal, Shemei Dekudesha, Brichu, Ha'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, Tushbechata v'nechamata, Da'amiran be'alma v'imru, Amen.
Amen.
Yehi Shlama Rabba min Shemaya, V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen.
Amen.
Oseh Shalom v'imromav, v'yaseh Shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, Amen.
Amen.
Yesher Koach, Jules, thanks for leading us in Mincha. We continue now with Kabbalat Shabbat in the Shabbat Sim Shalom. We're on page 14. In Lev Shalem, we turn all the way back to page 10. 10 in Lev Shalem, 14 in Sim Shalom. Yedi nefesh avarachaman mishoch avdach el ritzonach yarutz avdach kemo ayal yishtachave el mul hadarach Yerav lo yedidutach mino fetzuf vechotam hadur na'eh ziv ha'olam nafshi cholat ahavatach Ana el na la beharot lano amzivach az titchazek vetitrape vehayetalach shivchat olam Vatikyemu rachamecha v'chusna al beino havach ki ze kama nichsof nichsaf lira b'tiferet uzach Ana Eli Mahmad Libi Chushana Ve'alti Talam Higalena Ufros Chaviv Alai Et Sukat Shelomach Ta'ir eretz mikvodach Nagila v'nismecha bach Maher ahuv kiva moed V'choneni ki me'olam La 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 Those just joining, we're on page 11 now in Lev Shalem, 15 in Sim Shalom. Lechu neranin ala Adonai, nari aletzur yishenu, nekad mafanav betodah, bizmirot nari alo, Ekadma fanav betoda, bizmirod naviyalo. Ki agadol, Adonai machadol, kol Elohim shegadol machadol, avetol. Ki hu Eloheinu v'nachnu ortos v'yadol. Arba'im shana kud bedor, v'amaram to'ele v'afem, v'hem lo yadu derachai, asher nishbati ve'api, im yavon el menuchati. Shiru ladonai shir chadash, shiru ladonai kol haaretz, shiru ladonai baruch shemo. Asru miyom leyom Yeshuato, sapru vagoyim kevodo bechol ha'amim niflaotav ki gadol Adonai, umehulal meod norahu al kol Elohim ayayay ki kol Elohei Ha'amim elilim va'adonai shamayim asa hod v'hadar lefanav oz v'tiferet v'mikdasho havul Adonai mishpachot amim havul Adonai kavod v'oz havul Adonai kevod shemo Seu mincha uva'u lechatzrotav ayayay ishtachavu l'Adonai behadrat kodesh chilu mipanav kol haaretz imru vagoyim Adonai malach aftikon tevel ba'al timot yadinamim be'mei sharim yismechu hashmayim v'tagel haaretz Yiramayam Umlo Yalo Sadai Vechol Asher Bo Ayayay Az Yiranenu Kolat Seyar Lifnei Adonai Kiva Lishpat Haaretz Yishpat Tevel Bet Tzedek Ve'amim be'emunato la 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 Adonai malach tagel haaretz yismechu im rabim anav help sviva Oh, have Adonai sinura shomer nafshot chasidav miad reshaim yatzileim or zaru alat tzadik ulishrelev simcha simchu tzadikim b'Adonai v'hodu lezecher kodsho Mizmor shiru l'Adonai shir chadash ki niflot asa Hoshia lo yemino uzero hakodsho odia Adonai Yeshuato leinei agoyim gilat tzidkato zachar chasto ve'emunato Leveit Israel Ra'u Cholapsei Haaretz Et Yeshuat Eloheinu Hariyu L'Adonai Kol Haaretz Pitchu V'ranenu V'zameru Zamru L'Adonai Bechinor V'kol Zimra V'chatzotzot V'kol Shofar Hariyu lifnei hamelech Adonai Yiramayam umlo Tevel v'yoshveva, Narodim charuchav, Yachad harim yeranenu lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz, yishpot tevel b'tzedek, ve'yamim b'meisharim, lai lai la 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 la. La 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 la. Adonai Malach Yigazu Amim Yoshe Kruvim Tanut Aretz Tzion Gadol Moshe ve'Aaron Kono Shmo Shemo Yosei Yitalahem V'Hokein Al Alilotam Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lahar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lahar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lahar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lahar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. We rise now, we turn to page 21 in Lev Shalem, or 20 in Sim Shalom. Mizmor leDavid, Havul Adonai b'nei Elim, Havul Adonai kavod va'os, Havul Adonai kevod shemo, Hishtachavu Adonai behadrat kodesh, Kol Adonai al hamayim, El hakavod hirim, Adonai al mayim rabim, Kol Adonai ba'koach, Kol Adonai behadar, Kol Adonai shover arazim, vayeshaver Adonai et arzei halvanon, vayarkideim kemo egel Lebanon, vesiryon kemo ven re'emim, Kol Adonai chotzev lavotesh, Kol Adonai yachil midbar, yachil Adonai midbar kadesh, Kol Adonai yecholel hayalot, vayechasof ye'arot uvechalo, kulo omer kavod, kulo omer kavod, Adonai lamabul yashav, vayeshev Adonai melech leolam, Adonai oz le'amo yitein, Adonai yevarech et amo b'shalom. May be seated. We continue with Lecha Dodi, 23 to 25 in Lev Shalem, 21 and 22 in Sim Shalom. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Hishmiyanu el ham yuchad, Adonai echad, Ushmo echad, l'shem ultiferet, v'li tehila lecha dodi likrat kala, Penei Shabbat nekabela likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki mekor habracha merosh mikedem nesucha sof maaseh b'machshava tefila lecha dodi likrat kala Penei Shabbat nekabela Mikdash melech ir melucha kumitze imitocha hafecha rav lach shevet b'yemek hamacha v'hu yachamol alayichem lalecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela hidna ari me'afar kumi livshi bigdei tifarte chami Al Yad Ben Yishai Beit Alachmi Karva El Nafshi Ge'ala Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala Penei Shabbat Nekabela Hitareri Kiva Orech Kumi Ori Uri Shir Daberi Kevod Adonai alayich nigla lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela lo tevoshi velo tikalmi mati shtochachi umatehemi bach yechesu aniyei ami v'nivneta ir altila lecha dodi likrat kala Penei Shabbat nekabela v'hayulim shisa shosayich v'rachaku komevalayich yasis alayich Elohayich kimsas chatan al kala lecha dodi likrat kala Penei Shabbat nekabela Yamin usmol tifrotzi, v'yet Adonai taritzi, al yad ish ben partzi, v'nismecha v'nagila, lecha dodi likrat kala, penei Shabbat nekabela, boi v'shalom ateret bala, Gam b'simcha u'b'tzahala tochem unei am segula boi chala lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat nekabela. We continue Psalm 92, 27 and 28 in Lev Shalem, 23 in Sim Shalom. Mizmor shir leyom ha-Shabbat tov lehodo l'Adonai ulezamer l'shimcha elyon ulezamer l'shimcha elyon lehagid baboker chasecha ve'emunatcha baleilot alei asor v'alei navel Alei higayon bechinor mizmor shir leyom ha-Shabbat tov lehodod l'Adonai ulezamer l'shimcha elyon ulezamer l'shimcha elyon ki smatan yadonai folecha Adonai Kine yodecha Adonai kine yodecha yodecha yetadu kovaleyon Zot Eloheinu yafrichu Od yenuvun b'seva Yeshenim v'rananim Yiyu lehagid Ki ashar Adonai Suri velo avlata bo Adonai malach yelevei shalom shamayos yilus akadam natazan amadi madri mishpei amadi b'marom Adonai eidotecha nemnu meod Leveit Chana v'Kodesh, Adonai le'orech yamin, la 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 la. Mourners and those observing Yartzeit rise for Kaddish, found on page 30 in Lev Shalem, 24 in Sim Shalom. Yit Kadal, V'Yit Kadash, Shemei Rabbah, V'Alma Divrach, Hirutei V'Yamlich Malchutei, V'Chayachon V'Yomechon, V'Chayei D'Chol Beit Yisrael, V'Agala V'Zman Karivim Ru Amen, Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Le'olamo Me'omaya, Yitbarach V'Yishtabach V'Yitpar V'Yitromam V'Yitnaseh, V'Yidhadar V'Yitalev V'Yitalal Shemei D'Kudesha Brichu, Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'Shirata Tushbechata V'Nechamata Da'amiran B'Alma V'Imru Amen, Yehei Shloma Rabba Min Shemaya V'Chaim Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael V'Imru Amen, Aseh Shalom B'Roma V'Yaseh Shalom Aleinu V'Al Kol Yisrael V'Imru Amen. We turn to the back of our Sidurim as we continue with our study of Pirkei Avot. So we're on chapter 4, Pirkei Avot number 11. In Lev Shalem, we're on page 249. In Sim Shalom, we're on 269. Chapter 4, number 11, middle of the page, 249 in Lev Shalem, 269 in Sim Shalom. And a statement by Rabbi Yonatan. Rabbi Yonatan Omer, Rabbi Yonatan used to say, Kol hamekayem et haTorah me'oni, sofo lekayama me'osher. All those who are poor and observe the Torah. So that's the literal translation. It says here, who fulfills their obligation to study Torah. So mekayem et haTorah is more not just about studying Torah, but fulfilling the precepts contained in the Torah. So it's not just study, but doing all the mitzvot. All those who fulfill the commandments of the Torah in poverty, his or her end will be to fulfill it in wealth, right? So the reward of living a life of Torah when one is poor, because it can be expensive to be Jewish in fulfilling it to the nth degree, buying a lulav and etrog, buying kosher meat, etc. It can be expensive, but if you are investing in that, despite the fact that you're poor, the reward for that will be that you'll be wealthy. And then the opposite is true. V'chol hamevatel et haTorah me'osher, sofo levatla me'oni. And all those who disregard the Torah while being wealthy, in other words, you have the money to be Jewish and do all the Jewish things, but you decide not to fulfill a life of Torah. So those who disregard Torah while being wealthy, then the reward for that, or the punishment for that, will be to end up being poor. Okay, so is this true or not? Most likely it is not true. It's kind of like a why do bad things happen to good people kind of idea. This is an idealist kind of approach. Rabbi Yonatan trying to convince the masses to be Jewish and follow Jewish law because the reward will be great for doing that. And Rabbi Yonatan, the time of the Mishnah was a terrible time to be Jewish in the land of Israel under tremendous persecution and oppression by the Romans. Why be Jewish when every day you're being persecuted. So Yonatan's statement here is one of many kinds of statement like this to try to convince the people that there is reward in suffering or in poverty in being Jewish. Any questions or comments about this? Then we will continue with the special Kaddish. Mourners and those observing Yartzites rise for the Kaddish D'Rabbanan. In Lev Shalem, we turn all the way back to page 38. In the Sim Shalom, we turn all the way back to page 27. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah v'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael v'agala v'zman karivim ru amen yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam me'omaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei d'kudashah b'richu Le'ela minko birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran de'alma v'imru amen Al Yisrael v'al Rabbanan v'al Tamidehon v'al kol Tamidehon v'al kol man de'oskim b'oraita di v'yatra hadein v'di v'chol atar v'atar Yehei lahon elachon shlama rabbah China v'chista v'rachamin v'chayin arichin mezona revicha u'forkana min kadama vuhon divishmaya v'imru amen Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim tovim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen Oseh shalom v'roma v'bracha v'yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. We all rise for Baruch Hu, 39 in Lev Shalem, 28 in Sim Shalom. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Va'ed. May be seated. Baruch et Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Shever Rama v'Avim b'Chamot Sheper Tzeh Shavim. Ma'avir yom u'mevi laila mavdil ben yom u'ben laila Adonai tzavot shemo el chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai amari v'aravim ahavat olam beit Yisrael amcha Torah u'mitzvot chukim u'mishpatim otanu limadeta al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shochveinu u'v'kumeinu nasiach bechukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha u'v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed Ki eim chayenu v'yorech yameinu uvahem nege yomam v'layla Yavatcha al tasirimenu li'olamim Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kol V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha Hayom alevavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha u'v'lechtecha v'derech u'v'shochbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha u'chetavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha v'hayam shama tishma sotay Hashem v'chem etzem hayom v'tatim etar tzechem etem Yishamar lachem b'niftev lachem tzechem v'yimetem lachem Sambarai lachem Ma'azem lachem v'chem Shemaim alav No, I don't know. I'm sure I'm over there. So I'm not going to see that. Adonai Elohechem Emet V'Nakozov V'Kayam Aleinu V'Falan V'Sareinu U'malchuta b'ratzon kiblu aleihem Moshe u'Miriam u'bnei Yisrael achanu shira B'simcha rabba v'yamru chulam Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai Mi kamocha nedar ba'kodesh Nora tehilot Osei Feleh Malchutcha ra'u vanecha Bokei hayam lifnei Moshe Zeli anu v'yamru Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed V'ne'emar kifad Adonai et Yaakov Ugalo miyad chazak mimenu Baruch atah Adonai Gal Yisrael. I asked Carl Gottlieb to read for us the English translation of Hashkivenu. He had yahrzeit today for his father, so in his memory, page 45 in Lev Shalem or 33 in Sim Shalom. Go ahead, Carl.
Allow us, Adonai, our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel and save us for the sake of your name. Shield us. Remove from us enemies, pestilence, sword, starvation, and sorrow. Remove the evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, for you, God, watch over and deliver us. And you, God, are sovereign, merciful, and compassionate. Ensure our going and coming for life and peace now and forever. May you spread over us your canopy of peace. Baruch atah Adonai, who spreads the canopy of peace over us, over all the people Israel, and over Jerusalem.
Thank you, Carl, and may your father's memory always be a source of blessing and comfort. Ushmor tzeiteinu v'oeinu l'chaim l'shalom yata v'yad olam ufros aleinu sukat shalomecha baruch atah Adonai hapores sukat shalom aleinu v'yal kol amo Yisrael v'yal Yerushalayim. 46 in Lev Shalem, 34 in Sim Shalom. We rise. V'shamiru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asod et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam berit olam beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam ki sheishet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim v'et ha'aretz Ubayom Ashvi Shabbat Vayinafash Yitkadal V'yitkadash Shemei Rabba V'yalmad Dibrach Hirutei V'yamlich Malchutei V'chayechon V'yomechon V'chayei Dechol Beit Yisrael Ba'gala Uvizman karivim eru amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach leolam olam me'omayam yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh Vidhadar vitale vitalal shemei kudasha berichu le'ela miko birchata v'shirata tush birchata v'nechemata damiran b'alma v'imru. Amen. We read the Amida 47 to 52 in Lev Shalem, 35 to 38 in Sim Shalom. As we conclude our private prayers, we continue on page 53 in Lev Shalem, or 47 in Sim Shalom. Vayechulu Hashemayim v'aretz v'chol tzva'am vayechal Elohim b'yom hashvi'i melachto asher asa vayishpot b'yom hashvi'i mikol melachto asher asa vayvarech Elohim et yom hashvi'i vaykadesh oto kivo shavad mikol melachto asher bara Elohim lasot Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elokei Avoteinu Elokei Avraham Elokei Yitzchak v'Elokei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Konei Shamayim v'Aretz, Magen Avot Bidvaro, Mechaye Meitim b'Mamaro, Ha'el HaKadosh She'ein Kamo, Hameniach Le'amo, Yom Shabbat Kodsho, Kivam Ratza Le'aniach Lahem, Kivam Ratza Le'aniach Lahem, Lefanav Navod B'Yira V'Fachad V'Nodeh Lishmo B'Chol Yom Tamid Me'on HaBrachot El HaHodaot Adon HaShalom Megadesh HaShabbat Uvarech Shevi Umeniach B'Kedusha Le'amedu Shnei Oneg Zecher L'Maseh V'Reishit Eloheinu V'lei Avotenu Ritzei V'Mnuchatenu Kadshenu V'Mitzvotecha V'Tein Chelkenu B'Toratecha Sabeinu Mituvecha V'Samchenu B'Shuatecha V'Taher Libeinu L'Avdacha Be'emet V'Anchileinu Adonai Eloheinu B'Yavav V'Ratzon Shabbat Kodshecha V'Yanuchu V'Yisrael Mekadeshei Shemecha Baruch Atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat Yikadav Yikadash Shemei Rabbah Yalma Divrach Yirutev Yamlik Malchutei B'Chayechonu V'Yamechonu V'Chayei D'Chol Beit Yisrael V'Agalav Yizman Kariv Yimeru Amen Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Le'olam Eloh Me'olmaya Yibarach V'Shavach V'Par V'Turma V'Naseh V'Hadar V'Taleh V'Talal Shmei D'Kudasha B'Richu Le'elam Minko Birchata V'Shirata Tushbachata V'Nechemata Damiran B'Alma V'Yimeru Amen Tika Bel Tzahon V'Adon D'Cho Yisrael Kadam Avon D'Vishmai V'Yimeru Amen Yehei Shlomo Rabba Min Shemai V'chaim Aleinu V'Kol Yisrael V'Yimeru. Amen. Oseh Shalom B'Romav V'Yaseh Shalom Aleinu V'Kol Yisrael V'Yimeru. Amen. Dennis K. will lead us in Kiddush, page 55 in Lev Shalem, 49 in Sim Shalom. We rise.
Your dogs.
Yeah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kisham mitzvotav v'rasa b'anu shabak hasho v'yava u'braso nifilanu zikaron ba'aseh b'reishit Ki hu yom tefila lemikra kodesh zecher letziat Mitzrayim ki vanu bacharta ve'atanu kidashta mikohamim v'shabakat shecha v'ava u'pratzon in the Chalatan Baruch atah Adonai Mikadesh HaShabbat.
Amen. Thank you, Dennis. Yasha Koach, thanks for leading us in Kiddush. We remain standing for Aleinu, 56 in Lev Shalem, 51 in Sim Shalom. Aleinu l'shabeach ladona kol ategedula le'yotzer breshit shelo asana gegoyei aratzot velo samanu k'mishpachot adama shelo sam chelkeinu kahem v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam v'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei amlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shadow Shabbat Avres Shabbat Al-Kene Kadach Elohim Ki HaMalchut Shelcha Hi O HaMeyatzim Loch Bechavod Kagatu B'Toratecha D'nayim Loch Le'olam Va'ed V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yiyeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. Mourners Kaddish Yitgadal v'Yitkadash Shemei Rabbah v'Almad Yivrach Yirutei v'Yamlich Malchutei V'chayachon v'yomechon v'chayedachol Beit Yisrael V'agalav Yisman Karivim Ru Amen Yehei Shmei Rabbah Mevorach Le'olam Olmei Olmaya Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitbar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitale v'yitalal Shemei Dekudesha Brichu La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran v'alma v'imru Amen Yehei Shlomo Rabba Min Shemaya V'chaim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen Oseh Shalom B'Romav V'Yaseh Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. So thanks to Carl and Dennis and Jules for participating in the services this evening. Tomorrow morning we're service at 9:30 as usual. In person, Zoom, or on live stream. And tomorrow evening, Shabbos is over at 9:20-ish. So we'll have evening service and Havdalah at 9:25. The latest it will be. Next week, I think it's 9:25 also, and then it starts going back. So, and then Sunday morning, as usual, 8:45 for morning minyan in person or on Zoom. And we conclude with Yigdal 62 in Lev Shalem, 53 in Sim Shalom. Yigdal Elohim Chai ve'yishtabach nimsa v'yenei tel mitziyuto Echad v'yein yachid keyichudo. Ne'lam v'gam ein sof le'achduto. Ein lo demud haguf v'yeino guf. Lo na'aroch elav kedushato. Kadmon lechol davar asher nivra. Rishon v'yein reshit le'reshito. Hino adon olam v'chol notzar. Yoregedulato malchuto. Shefan v'uato netano. Elan shesegulato v'tifarto. Lo kam b'Yisrael kemoshe od. Naviu ma'abit et emunato. Torah demenatan le'amoel. Al yad nevi'o neman beito. Lo yachalifael v'lo yamir dato. Leolamim lezulato. Sofev yodeya setarenu. Mabi l'shav davar bekadmato. Gomer li'ish chesed kemifalo. Noten l'rasha ra karishato. Yishrach l'ketz yamin meshichenu. Lifto nachake ketz yeshuato. Meitim v'chayel berov chasto. Baruch Adei Ad Shem Dilato. Meitim Yachayel Baruch Hasto. Baruch Adei Ad Shem Tehilato. Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Fran, I think you want this.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Shabbat
shalom.
Shalom. all.
Shalom, Shabbat Shalom.
How do I turn it off?
Shabbat, 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 Shabbat.
Shabbat shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.